Welcome, everyone. It is I, Mike V. This is episode number 34 of the Monday Mic Drop. Today is Monday, April 14th, 2025. As usual, we'll wait a couple of minutes before we start. Hope everyone is having a good start to their week. We've got some news and updates to give you guys here, with what pertains to both this channel, my website, and just in the poker world in general. Pulled up a couple of articles that I'll be reading for you guys. We'll take a look at some big wins you guys have sent over on the Discord server, and then I'll answer your questions. All right, everything's looking good here. Stream's looking good. It is feeling like spring here in Northern California. 72 outside. But then it's gonna be cool again later this week. But no rain in the forecast. And then coming up to Costa Rica next week. Current temperature of where I'm going to be staying, it's going to be in the 80s. And it looks like on the day that I arrive, Wednesday, forecast is stated for 86 for the high, 77 for the low, with a 50% chance of precipitation. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started here. All right, so let's first of all, for those of you who watched my playthrough of the Video Poker Group Challenge last week, I did state at the very end of that video that I was going to phase it out potentially. And that's what I'm going to try to do here. I'm probably not going to do one for this week. In the future, if I decide to do a separate live stream involving in which we do gameplay and video poker requests, I might bring it back for that. But the Monday Mic Drop, I want to make this more of a discussion and Q&A style and news style type of stream. So it's 1 hour of that for our focus here. But I'll go ahead and announce who the winner was from last week's group challenge. So last week we did Super Draw 6-card poker. I'm going to go ahead and pull it up here. I'm going to go full screen for this one because we got a lot of other tabs here to share with you. I don't know. Can you guys see that? I don't think you can. All right. Actually, let me. Yeah, you can see that. All right. Maybe if I do it this way, we just do it like I normally do. You guys will be able to see that. Yeah. This. All right. There we go. So Super Draw 6-card poker. The winner was Amelski with a score of positive 9,675. So congratulations there. And that was how many group challenges we did. I think I labeled them. We did like over 20 something, if I recall. Yeah. All right. So that is that. We'll decide in the future if I'm going to be bringing that back. But so that's the first bit of announcement, was the results of last week's group challenge. Let's go ahead and showcase the video poker wins that was shared on the Discord server. If you haven't done so yet, I do run a Discord server, the Club Mike V Discord server, which you can find a link in the description. And you can find a link to it on the description of most of my videos, and as well as on my website, clubmikv.com, of which I will showcase during the stream as well. in a bit. But if you go join the Discord server, you want to share your big wins, you can post them in the video poker section, and I showcase them during the live stream. All right. So let's start off with the first one. This was from Dale, Lost in Carolina. And so he got 4 10s on a double bonus game for 250 credits, quarter denomination. That's pretty good. If you put in 20 bucks and get that right away, that's a pretty good profit. You can see he had 66 bucks on the machine right after that. And then our good friend Buffalo 22 once again with another Ultimate X hand pay, quarter denomination, 4 deuces with a 3 kicker. This is double bonus. 10 times multiplier, so that would be 8,800 times 10, and therefore a $2,000 hand pay. So once again, congratulations there. All right. And let's start off with the news now. Let me take a sip of my seltzer water first. I got a bottle of water on standby as well once this is done, which I'm going to need, especially since right after the stream we have our poker tournament. For those of you in the poker club, it is Pot Limit Omaha today for this Monday's tournament. But yeah, okay. All right, so we have some news in the world of poker and online poker. Let's go ahead and showcase these articles here. So, okay. First one on PokerFuse.com. The first lineup for the Big Game on Tour Season 2 revealed, but the loose cannon remains a mystery. So we have the date set for the airing of Season 2 of the Big Game on Tour. So it looks like May 24th will be the first episode, and it'll be on the PokerStars YouTube channel first off. But a week prior, May 17th, will be a special showcasing how the loose cans were selected. So probably on May 17th, you'll probably know who is going to be playing against the pros, or the first of the 2 loose cannons. So as you can see here, we've got our 5 pros for the first set. We get Jennifer Tilly's back, of course. And you can read the article there as well. So yeah, May 17th for the special sneak peek, and May 24th for the first episode of the Big Game on Tour. And it looks like nothing was changed from Season 1 in terms of the rules. 50,000 starting stack, 150 hands. And so yeah, that is the first bit of news here. The second one we're going to take a look at is shared liquidity with Pennsylvania. So, as you may have known, some states have legalized online poker as well as other online gambling. For poker specifically, Nevada, New Jersey, Delaware, and Michigan are part of the multi-state internet gaming agreement. So is West Virginia, but West Virginia has no poker sites running at this time. And so being a part of this agreement allows operators who operate in any of those states to allow players to play against other players in those other states, so combining the player pools. Pennsylvania, for a long time, has been segregated because they have not joined the agreement, and apparently they will in just weeks away. So according to this article, Pennsylvania Gaming Control Board has confirmed to PokerFuse that shared liquidity is imminent, with the first operators expected to go live with merged PA player pools in the coming weeks. And especially given the fact that Pennsylvania is a large state by population. It's going to have a important factor into increasing the number of players on the existing sites. So this will be a benefit to PokerStars, WSOP, and BetMGM primarily, which already have operations in Pennsylvania and the neighboring states. So let me summarize some more passages here in the article here. So it's basically at the governor's desk, it seems, just pending the signature. Our staff has already been working with those operators who wish to participate in the MSIGA when it has final approvals. It should allow for a launch within the next couple of weeks. So yeah, in the case of PokerStars already has merged their Michigan and New Jersey player pools. I believe that merge took place at the beginning of 2023, I think. January 1st, if I recall. Yeah. So expect Pennsylvania, once that's joined, to be incorporated into the combined PokerStars US pool shortly thereafter. And then WSOP.com should also do so as well. And it already has a combined New Jersey, Nevada network, as well as Michigan, New Jersey, Nevada. So that'll be the 4-state network for WSOP.com once Pennsylvania joins. So yeah, both of these articles that I have showcased here are on pokerfuse.com. You want to go ahead and read them yourself. Okay. So those were the pre-selected news articles that I chosen for today's news announcements. Let me now get to the big news with regards to the Club Mike V brand, and that is some additions and changes to the website. So as you recall, my website is clubmikev.com. That's where you can access articles and the associated embedded videos on all various casino games. So for those of you on my Discord server, I did post. I did make a post there showcasing with the change log, sharing what has been changed. So I'm going to go ahead and read off of it. I will actually go and show you the website right now as it looks right now. Let me go ahead and pull this up here. So here. All right. You should be able to see that now. Okay, so website update changelog. I'm reading this off of my phone here on Discord. So new home page. So previously I didn't have a proper home page. It just showed the list of blog posts, or in this case, just one blog post, because I had to rebuild the website from scratch and change the domain name from clubmikev.co to clubmikev.com. That was a couple months ago. So we have a new homepage containing slideshow of banner showcasing primary content or news about Club Mike V. Short welcome message added below. So I'll go ahead and scroll down so you can see that. It's a little short paragraph introducing myself, ending with my catchphrase, "Make it happen." And there is obviously a slideshow showing some events, as you can see. My dates for Costa Rica. We've got information about my online poker club right here as well, and a info banner of learning how to play video poker. And then, of course, the primary one right here is background of Las Vegas at night. April 23rd to July 23rd, I'll be in Costa Rica. And the home game banner and the video poker banner are clickable, and they'll take you to the appropriate pages. And this I'll be changing over the course as stuff changes with the website or the YouTube channel. All right, let me go ahead and continue reading the changelog here. Separate blog page. So now the blogs will be on its own separate page right here, and which is clubmikv.com/blog. Hopefully, I'll add more content to that in the upcoming weeks and months. Added pages for Baccarat, Roulette, and Pai Gow Poker using the scripts from their corresponding videos previously made for the YouTube channel, bringing the total number of casino game how to play articles up to 7. Okay, so I was a bit behind here, but every time I've done a Casino Gambling Explained video for YouTube, I would take the script for that video and make it as a page on my website, a readable page, with the embedded video on the top of the page. So previously, I only had 4 of the games up here: blackjack, craps, slots, and video poker. But I have since done videos on baccarat, Pai Gow Poker, and roulette. But I haven't put them up here on the website. Now I have, so you can go ahead and click on those. And as you can see, I've got my Casino Gambling Explained video on how to play baccarat, as well as the script for it in written form, pretty much unchanged except for except for the intro, which was YouTube related, so I had to remove that, and the ending paragraph here, which instead of having the normal ending spiel about telling you okay to subscribe and hit the like button, because this is an article, not a YouTube video here. So I went ahead and changed that here to provide a link to my YouTube channel right here at the bottom. So this is typically the case with all my articles. So yeah, 7 casino games all covered on my website. And that'll be expanded as I add more in the future. All right, next on the changelog, updated the home games page to display the leaderboard results for January, February, and March. So go to the home games page right here under where it says online home game. So the only thing I added here, well, the weekly tournament list here, the tournament schedule, I edited so to include the fact that we now have a freeze out as part of the rotation for Monday. And then I've updated the historical leaderboard list to add the results for January, February, and March, which were missing. They haven't been updated. So I finally got around to updating those, so you can see the entire history right there, going all the way back to 2022. And then finally, you may have noticed on the sidebar something right here. I'll explain this right now. So this is something I've just been playing around with. So I added what is called a lightning message board to the sidebar, which is a new feature that I'm playing around with. So this is something that's Bitcoin related. So you can post a message to have it publicly be displayed on my website on this message board on the sidebar. So you could type in a message, say hello, and hit the button, and then you have to add an amount of Satoshis. I think the minimum is 1,000, which is about 80 something cents at current exchange rates. You can put in a name, or you can put any random name, anonymous or whatever, and then what this does, I'm going to hit cancel. I did a test message off camera. So basically, it's a way to donate through Bitcoin, and then to have your message appear, and it ranks it based on highest donations on top, and then it goes down from there. So yeah, that's a new feature. So I decided to just test it out, and it connects directly to my Lightning node, so it comes direct peer to peer to me, no cut taken by any third parties. And it's something you guys can play along with if you happen to have some Bitcoin in the Lightning wallet just hanging around, and you and you want to do that in place of a super chat on my YouTube channel, it's totally your call. But that is it. That's pretty much the rest. That's pretty much it. Everything else is the same from previously. The poker section, I still have my articles on Texas Hold'em and Omaha. My links to my other social profiles are still there. My 3 Bitcoin articles are there as well. And hopefully we expand from there. Looking pretty good. Okay. Let me just double check things here because we're 21 minutes into the stream and we don't have we don't have anybody in the chat here. So if you're there watching, be sure to say hello. We're going to the point where we are about to do the Q&A segment. I guess while we're waiting for new comments, I'll go ahead and load up PokerStars because there is some changes to the lobby there that I want to discuss since we're getting close to my visit to Costa Rica. We're getting close to that trip. Go ahead and minimize this. I'll go ahead and load this up. I think I think next week, one thing I plan on doing is probably putting a poll to ask you guys if you want to have the time for this stream changed to either a later time or an earlier time. If you recall, the main reason why I had bumped it up to 4 p.m. Pacific this stream instead of the previous time, which was 2 hours later, 6 p.m., was because of the new poker tournament that I'm hosting. So kind of interfered with that. So that's why I changed it. But I want to see if you guys have any input. So I think next week I might post a poll asking if you want a change or not. All right, I'm going to go ahead and log into my Stars account. Yeah, so the one thing that PokerStars has added to the lobby now is the Scoop warm-up. So they're going to have warm-up tournaments now for Scoop, and they'll take place during the week that I arrive. So that's something I get to look forward to. Hey, Bowling Dude. Did I hear Vegas Mug? Okay, I don't get it. trying to understand your comment here. Your question. Okay, so okay. Let me take a look here at this new lobby here. Oh, meetup game. When did I say that there was a meetup game? Oh God. Okay, I feel stupid now. Okay. I mean, it's the first comment I see in this stream, and I'm failing. Okay, so is there something in the news that I'm not aware of, or something that I just overlooked? Okay, you're just joking around. All right. Well, speaking of Vegas, since I guess you brought it up, obviously there is the Global Gaming Expo in October, and we have plans on actually going there during that week. So that'll be what's Saturday is October 4th, right? Is a Saturday. Yeah. So we're looking at the week October 4th through the 11th. And my mom is regularly checking her timeshare website to see if she can do an exchange, because that's obviously not going to cost us much of anything, than as opposed to booking directly at the casino, at a strip casino. But right now, the availability is limited. Um, I think it's because we're still a bit too early. Because normally when we go to Vegas, we usually go in late May, early June, and usually we we have our place booked by January or February. So that's 4 months. So October. So it might be June at the latest where we might finally have a confirmed booking for an October booking. And once that happens, I'll be sure to make that announcement very clear that okay, yes, it's official. We're heading to Vegas. So the reason why I haven't mentioned it yet is because it's not official yet, but that's the goal. And there'll definitely be a meetup with Gamble Smart, as well as maybe some of you guys who happen to be also subscribers to them, as well as me, and anyone else who hopefully may be in Vegas during that first week of October. But all right, so let me go ahead and pull this up here so you guys can see what I'm looking at right now, and that is, man, you can't even get the lobby here to see, but we got the scoop warm up. So now there's some scoop tournaments during the time I'm going to arrive. So I get to browse through here. I think let's see, April 23rd is when I arrive. Well, I'm going to be really busy though, so maybe if I'm not exhausted, the 1:30 p.m. Nola Maholdom PKO at $5.50 might be something I could enter. And then let's see here. We've got Raz on the 24th. And then it skips to the 26th. What days are those again? So Wednesday, Thursday. Oh yeah, PokerStars has a policy of not having any major tournaments of a series on a Friday. So Friday is like a day off day. So then we have a regular Nola Hold'em $11 event on the 26th at 8:30 in the morning. I have it set to local time, Costa Rica local time, so that helps me. Okay. Oh, we got 8-game mix on the 26th as well. $11 one. I played an 8-game tournament for Scoop back in 2018. It was fun, and I was actually doing quite well. The only problem was in the Nola Hold'em section where I had, I think, pocket kings. And the guy went all in with pocket eights, I believe, and then it was either pocket fives or pocket eights. I don't remember. And he hits his set on the river. It was, it's one of those. But yeah, yeah. So as we get closer to next week's trip, I'm gonna be definitely bookmarking the games I want to play. Figure out what I'm gonna be doing. Man, planning the where I'm gonna be, what am I gonna be having for breakfast, if I'm gonna be making my own meal or what, and or which how many times of the week am I gonna eat out or get delivery. I have found a couple of places within walking distance of where I am staying that are pretty have a good selection of dining options, all that stuff, But yeah, so that's a lot of planning here, a lot of things to look forward to. Okay. So we're still at the bottom of the hour. So if any of you guys have any questions to ask me, feel free to do so. The chat is available for you guys to ask away. I wonder how many of you guys are still doing their taxes last minute. I mean, good gracious. I mean, I had mine filed, when was it? At the end of February, beginning of March, so over a month ago. So I was already, I was already done and over with it at that point. Actually, I could probably give you the exact. Yep, it was early March. Early March when I filed. And then tomorrow, not only is it tax day, it's of course the anniversary of the online poker crackdowns from 2011. 14 years. 14 years later, it seems like the online poker world continues to be fractioned off with even more countries now being excluded from the big sites. Okay. Guess I'll pull up a game since nobody's in the chat asking questions. Neighbor's dog's barking. If you guys could hear that. Okay. All right, I'll just go to videopoker.com. Might as well. And let's play some good old-fashioned single hand, I guess. Actually, let's do the pro mode here. And let's see. I don't do deuces wild enough. Let's put up deuces wild. I mean, if I am going to Vegas in October, might as well put some video poker here. Sure, let's do that. One moment, guys. I'll go ahead and show you guys my screen. Okay. Turn off dynamic replay. And it should be, yeah, there we go. Hey, Matt, you're finally here. Everybody's late, apparently. You missed a lot. Hopefully, you can go back and rewatch it. But yeah, I'll just mention the one thing that is going to be relevant to my upcoming trip, and that is changing the PokerStars lobby. I noticed today. Um, there's now a scoop warm up tab. I'm showing it to you here. So they're having a warm up series just before the actual event itself. So it starts on this coming Sunday. So I will be arriving April 23rd as it's going on, and if I'm not exhausted, I could jump into event 19L, which is the $5.50 warm up progressive knockout. And then if you scroll down here, I think there is an 8 game, $11 8 game as well. And also earlier that also earlier in the day. So this is Saturday, April 26th at $11 standard. What's this mean? Oh, it's a slow speed. Wow, marathon. I don't know about that. Just realized that. So yeah, got a lot to prepare once I'm there, and before then even, just to see what's up. And Robin's here as well. Hey gang, currently in drive-thru, get food before the game. Since you guys are here now, another thing I'll mention is briefly, I had the idea for next week's stream to post a poll asking you guys if you'd like to have the time for this stream, the Monday mic drop, changed to either someplace later or earlier. And the reason why is simply to get to a time that people that people are most likely going to watch. And obviously, the reason, of course, in the past that we moved it to the current time slot that we see here is because of our 5:15, Pacific time poker tournament coming up right after. So, and once I'm in Costa Rica, I have a lot more flexibility on when I'm going to stream, and I'm probably going to stream a lot more often. Hopefully, with not too many power outages, because that tends to happen in Costa Rica. But from my experience in the past, it doesn't happen as often as you would think, and I've not had any issues playing previously. So might as well win a couple grand the first night and set the trip off right. Exactly. Pay for the incoming. Pay for part of the rent, or at the very least the electric bills. So yeah, the rent covers water, internet, gas, I believe. Yeah, water, internet, gas, of course, and the condo, but electric is separate. That's usually the case across Costa Rica. Every place I've done it's that, because electricity, because air conditioning is the big driver of the electric bill, and that brings it up quite a bit. But I've got, of course, everything covered. I know my price points for everything, so that's all good. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and play some Deuces Wild. We'll do dollar. Robin asked, "Heard you talk food options. Do you like to cook?" I don't. It's not like for whether or not I like or not like to cook. It's not like that I don't like to cook. It's just that I don't know how to cook most stuff. So I'd have to basically learn to do it. So it's I mean, I could do some basic stuff, and I have looked at how my grandmother's done certain things. So whether or not I actually do decide to try it out, it depends. But I'm probably gonna do the formula that I did during my last trip. So obviously some easy stuff. Obviously I'm going to have plenty of options for fruits if I want to grab a banana or cut up a pineapple, all that stuff. That's going to be easy there, especially plenty of choices and low cost options. As for eating out, I have looked through Google Maps, and there is a couple of local little restaurants within a short walking distance from my condo, and which is good, especially since I'm a little bit a ways from the center of town. So having those places, and they're low cost as well. Like, I think the estimated meal price is based on local currency conversion at between $4 to $8. $4 on the low end, $8 on the high end, depending on what you're ordering, of course. Which may, depending on where you're from in the U.S., that might be cheap or expensive. I don't know. It depends where you are, of course. But coming from California, that's absolutely cheaper. Right, right. Okay. Let's see, 442. Let's go ahead and play some video poker. And for those of you who came late, I did not set a video poker group challenge. If you guys still want it, please let me know, and maybe in future streams I may, either as part of the Monday mic drop or in a separate game, gameplay stream, I may go ahead and do it there and play it off there. But as for the weekly uploading of the video poker group challenge, I've decided that I want to end that from now on. Okay, so Deuces Wild strategy. This is a nothing hand, so we'll go ahead and discard all. And we're still waiting for confirmation by my mom on whether or not whether there's an opening for a good exchange for Vegas in October. And once that takes place, I'll be sure to announce it, of course. Now, will I play Deuces Wild when I'm in Vegas? I'm not sure. Okay, so we just got a deuce here. Straight. I did look at the video poker offerings on at the Downtown Grand on VP Free 2, and they don't have good video poker choices. Obviously, the neighboring places are better. Like, I might as well just go to Four Queens to play video poker. Just walk there. Pair of fours. Pair of threes. Nothing. Three of a kind. Nothing good. Three to a straight flush. Oh, almost. Pair of nines. Downtown Grand Spun for $1 craps and $5 blackjack. Yeah, they got low limits for table games. I am definitely aware of, and thanks to Gamble Smart for that Downtown Grand video tour. I believe they mentioned the table limits there. Definitely a good spot for that. So we got the pair should still be the best, yeah. Oh, four of a kind. Oh, nothing. Pair of aces. Pair of nines. Full house. Pair of sixes. Yeah, 4 of a kind. 3 to a natural royal. Nope. Nothing here either. Pair of eights. Open-ended straight draw or straight flush draw. Oh, actually, I don't know this one. Okay, so the straight flush is the better choice. That makes sense given the... See, it's not that close. 2.5, 2.8. I wonder if if there was a single gap or a double gap that would change the odds in favor of going for the straight instead. It's always good to practice. Also, once I'm in Costa Rica as well, even though I'll have access to online poker sites, I'll also have access to a whole lot of online casino games as well. Oh, man. Who knows? I might dedicate a stream to, like, online video poker or online blackjack or something. Maybe try out a small budget here and there. That might be later in the summer, though. No, let's see. Pair of jacks. Probably won't do it on PokerStars, though. I want to keep that segregated. I have an 888 account, which has a large selection of casino games as well. I gotta check and see if any of the online gambling sites that I would be able to access there. I have to check and see if they added double top dollar now, because now that's available. IGT released it as something that could be distributed to online gambling sites. So that would be kind of cool if I'd be able to to access that on one of those sites. Kind of like we already have with like Wheel of Fortune and such. All right, Queen 10 suited. No. Time to spin up the roll on slots. Or football. Yeah, sports betting too, Matt. That's true. All right, got shot. Nope. 3 10s. Got shot. Flush draw. Three of the straight flush double gapped. Deuce, and I believe the ace jack suited. Couple of deuces. Ooh, 4 nines. It's 2 to the royal or the gutch, I believe. 2 to the royal. Yeah, just barely. Deuce seems to be it. 4 of a kind. Pair of 4s. Deuce. Pair of 10s. Nothing here. Deuce and Queen Jack of clubs. Ooh, almost. Deuce. Oh, they want us to hold a 9 jack. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, straight flush draw. Obviously, that should have been something I knew ahead of time. Dealt straight. Okay, this time it's just the deuce. Oh, I went too fast. 2 pair. Missed. Nothing there. Nothing here either. Nothing here either. And nothing here either, I don't think. No. Yeah, that's the frustration with Deuces Wild is you get a lot. You get back to back to back to back discard alls. Like here too. I mean, that's the proper strategy. For threes. Nope. I think King Jack. Yeah. 3 of a kind. Dealt straight. Nothing. Pair of fours. Dealt straight again. No, we don't go over the straight with the deuce. There's nothing else there, so we just hold the deuce. Oh, full house. Yeah, Matt, the EV on so many of these is so low. That's because you don't win with a pair or 2 pair. 3 of a kind's the minimum. And if you don't have a deuce to start off with, and even though you can get deuce, any of the 4 deuces on to help you on the draw, it's not enough. And drawing all 5 cards is actually better EV in so many cases. All right, deuce. Pair of fours. 3 of a kind. 3 of a kind. Pair of fives. 3 fives. Queen 10 suited. Deuce. Deuce again. Gut shot. Oh. Gut shot again. Flush draw. We also have a pair, though. I believe he's still, yeah. With 50, at a payoff of 15, you still go for the flush. If the flush only pays 10, in some Deuces Wild games it does, then I think you would go for the pair in that spot. Yeah, Matt. Never played deuces. Don't think I would like it. Well, yeah, because there's nothing... Well, there are versions of Deuces Wild that have premiums for 5 of a kinds, like Deuces Wild Bonus. So in that game, if you were to play Deuces Wild Bonus, then you would find a exit point, as you would describe it. Just like with Double Bonus having quads. Deuces Wild Bonus, and I think there's even Deuces Wild Double Bonus, but most Game Kings, I think, have Deuces Wild Bonus as an option. Deuces Wild Double Bonus, I don't think is that much, though I don't pay attention. I would have to check. And yeah, deuces is a slower paced game. It is lower in volatility than double bonus, of course, and slightly lower in volatility than double bonus, and about the same volatility as Joker Poker, but still higher than in volatility than Jacks Are Better or Bonus Poker. To give you an idea. Pair of sevens, and we're broke. Same reason, yeah. You like the action that it gives to you. Those added coins. I guess I can go ahead and let's see. We got 4 minutes left. All right, 4 minutes until the top of the hour. What I want to check out is, I want to showcase like Deuce's Wild Bonus or something like that. All right, so let me do a new session. Actually, before I change the session, I just want to check my stats. 76 hands and only 3 incorrect, 73 correct. A couple of those were a bit dubious of me, of not paying attention. Okay, let's play classic single hand. Deuce's Wild double bonus is an option. All right. And of course, loose deuces gives you the big payoff for 4 deuces of 2,500 instead of 1,000, but that increases variance through the roof. But it's more difficult to get 4 deuces than getting like any other 4 of a kind. And well, of course, because there's just one specific 4 of a kind. All right, let's do this pay table. Yeah, double bonus is a sweet spot there, Matt. Which is why, I have a soft spot for it, of course, and I mean, I've had hit 4 aces and a kicker a couple times in my life, and that's why it's a love-hate relationship with that game. It's basically the perfect middle ground. If you want something that's you want to have something a little bit more risk-takey, but not so much high in variance that you just lose so fast. Okay, let me go ahead and pull this up. All right, to end it off, we're going to go ahead and showcase some deuces wild double bonus, or double bonus deuces wild. All right, we'll do $1 for the heck. All right, let me just make sure you guys can see everything. I think you can. All right, so what do we got? We got the straight pays the same as the 3 of a kind. Flush pays 10, full house pays 15, 4 of a kind still pays 20. All right, in this version, the straight flush pays 60. Pretty good. 5 of a kind, 6s through kings pays 100. 3s, 4s, and 5s, 250. 5 aces, 800. 4 deuces is 1,000. 4 deuces plus ace, 2,000. So it looks like, let's see, I think 5 3s, 4s, and 5s on Deuces Wild bonus pays 200, and 5 aces pay 400. So those are the changes here in Deuces Wild double bonus. They increase the 5 3s, 4s, and 5s from 200 to 250, and 5 aces from 400 to 800. That seems to be the main adjustment there. So if you were to play deuces, that would be your style. Okay. I do not know the strategy for this one. I believe I have done one episode of Video Poker Genius on this game. And I think this was a requested one too because I missed it. Or maybe it was Deuces Wild Bonus Poker. I don't know if I did one in Deuces Wild Doubles. I have to check again. Because I'm pretty sure I've done nearly every game in that series. All right. Oh, wow. And that's the reason why I don't know the strategy of this game. Look at the strategy here. Already, first hand a mistake, ace and deuce. Guess it makes sense given that 4 deuces with an ace and 5 aces pay a lot. Yeah. So that's something to adjust to. All right, it's the top of the hour. We'll just play a few hands and then we'll wrap things up. All right. Got to get the aces, yeah. And okay, so I have... All right, so I know for a fact when the straight pays only 5, you don't go for any straight draws at all, it seems. Unless you dealt a straight. Pair of 9s. So I wonder if you have a nothing hand, do you hold the ace alone? Kind of like with double bonus. Like here, for example. Let's see. What happens if we just hold the ace? Ooh, it's not. Okay. And discarding all still the best case in this spot. I guess it's just not enough. Let's see here. Normally, in certain regular deuces wild variants, you hold king and jack. In this case, you don't, but it's close. Look at that. 1.46, 1.45. Yeah, that was close, too. All right, that was nothing. I deuce, and let's hold the ace. And yeah, as you can see, 4.76, 4. Oop, Poker Stars wants me to confirm that I'm still on. Okay, because yeah, we got the tournament starting shortly. We'll play a few more hands and then we'll wrap things up. Pair of 5s. So you would have went for the king jack yourself, yeah. I had a similar hand during regular deuces wild. King jack suited was the proper strategy there. So deuce and ace. Pair of 7s. So holding ace alone is not the right strategy, and usually ace jack or ace 2 to a royal consisting of an ace you don't usually go for either. So it's probably still discard all, yeah. Deuce. Okay. Pair of 10s. Nothing here. Seems you are closer to just a deuce if you're throwing like flush cards. Possibly. Like here. I got deuce 7-7. Couldn't it be ace-ace? Alright, we'll do a few more hands and then we'll stop. Because we got to get ready for the tournament coming up shortly. Pair of 6s. And we'll do one more hand. Ooh, that's 3 to a natural royal for sure. And I get a straight. Go figure. All right, we're going to wrap things up here. All right. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Yeah, the EV was less than 0.1 since you threw away spades. Yeah. So it must be a penalty card thing for the ace and deuce. But yeah, thank you for everybody who's tuned in. Even if you came late, be sure to rewatch the beginning if you did come late, because I did announce the bulk of the news there, especially with regards to changes of the website. I went through. I did a little tour of the Club McVie website after those changes were made. Some fresh changes. So yeah, be sure to check that out there. But yeah, thank you everybody for watching. If you enjoyed the stream and you haven't done so yet, do me a favor and hit the like button. I definitely appreciate it. If you're brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, share this stream with others, and hit the bell icon to be notified once I go live next or once I release a new video. For those of you in the PokerStars Home Game Club, a tournament is going to start in 10 minutes time, and it is Pot Limit Omaha today. So we have our usual tournaments every week, 4 tournaments one on Monday, one on Tuesday, and 2 on Thursday. If you are interested in playing with us, information can be found on my website at clubmikeb.com/home games. If you want to read more about it, and you can take a look at all the details there on how to join. But yeah, for those of you who are playing, I'll see you over at the virtual felt. For everybody else, have a great rest of your day. And Matt is saying Ada is already registered. Wow. I have not checked. It was just Robin and I to start off with earlier today, and now we got a lot of you guys in. Excellent. I'll see you guys shortly. For everybody else, have a great rest of your day. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Next stream will be on Thursday for our flagship home game tournament. Until then, have a great rest of your evening. Take care and go make it happen.